Shop Talk 7 in the building. We up top. We get down the shows. Tony Media Monics.
I am Get This Deep.
And we are Get This Shop Talk 7. God damn it. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Some motherfucking stank on our name, god damn it. You feel me? You know. Give y'all a little
nice Shop Talk 7 in the house.
You got a little background music.
Hit us up. Okay, again, that number is 630-465-0229. All right.
Hey, hope y'all like our elevator music. I tell y'all what. Oh, Miss Diva, she just liked the video. Now I'm excited because Miss Diva liked the video. Hey, Miss Diva.
Hey, Miss Diva, how you doing?
She just diva in. That a word?
It
diva
can
in.
be.
Divin. I feel like the A should leave.
Shot book.
It's divin.
Shot book.
Shot book. We're just going to go to shot book.
Hey, before we go any further, man, let's go ahead and make sure we shout out our residents, man. Shout out to Heads Down, Bottoms Up.
That's the way we like to drink.
Bottoms Up Mobile Mixology LLC. Okay, shout out to our girl BB Fly running the mobile mixology business. You know what I'm saying? Doing the thing, man. We really appreciate your support.
Who got the drink? She got the drink.
Man, dude. And speaking of that, she should be on pretty soon. So is it?
We didn't probably first week.
I didn't schedule. No,
January. She's been here this month.
No, she hasn't. It's December.
Better dollar. Better dollar. It was December. Better dollar. I'm gonna check it out.
All right. So yeah, shout out to Miss BB Fly. We love you, girl. We appreciate you.
We do.
And shout out to our girl Miss Rowe Design Services.
See the shirts. What you talking about?
You got it.
You know what I mean?
You got to put the mic to the side.
Gotta go this way. Go ahead. So we up top, but we get down. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me turn around for y'all.
Hold on, I gotta get that shine going for you. Hold on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Shout out Ro. We love you, girl. We love you. Shout out Ro Design Services. Are you looking for something custom made? Or if you want to grab you one of these, man. Hey, I might as well come and go ahead and support,
let us know.
Come on, go ahead and support. You might as well let us know, man. Ro Design Services, baby. We love you. We appreciate your support. Again, Shop Talk 7 is trying to do our best to support local small businesses and just trying to do our thing to get the word out and get them some business, man. And
you know who I like to link with? Some mental health professionals.
The mental health professionals.
You get us a resident therapist.
Oh, resident therapist. I got one.
I got two.
I got four.
I got four.
I got four.
She got four. They probably know each other.
It's true.
It's true. We're gonna get them in here, man, because we need to talk to y'all.
Yeah.
I need help.
Most definitely.
So does Dennis. So what you mean, most definitely?
You need help. You do. You need help.
Fuck, get a haircut today. You just want to talk. Okay,
I'm in the boat too. I need help too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need help too. I need a lot of help.
Anyway, we got on deck for him. We got a couple topics for him.
Okay.
A few.
All right, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and again that number 630-465-0229. All right.
Somebody told me the other day that they gonna see me in a fru.
A fru. R-O-F-R-E-W.
Yeah, E-W.
Fru.
A fru.
A fru. Oh, A-F-R-E-W.
No.
Or A-F-R.
How you spell
it? A fru.
A few. Just a F. Just an R after the F.
Okay. Our people.
I'll be over there in the fru.
A fru. A fru. If y'all know how to spell that, please drop that in the comments. Please drop that in the comments.
Which one of these we want to do first?
I would love to let y'all decide, but
that's gonna take too long.
Maybe
next week.
That's gonna take too long. Well, let's just go from top to bottom.
What makes a lady? What makes a woman hard and a lady like to you?
No, let's talk about the 312 awards. We're gonna start that one first.
All right,
let's do that one first. Let's do that one. Okay, because I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, like, what the hell are the 312 awards?
It is.
You know,
it is probably.
I know a lot of people are wondering what the F are the 312 awards. What is that about? I mean, you guys are nominated, but what is it about?
Well,
you know, and no doubt. Thank you for any recognition that, you know.
Yeah. So
we can get, but I'm sure most people are wondering, like I was wondering, what are the 312 awards?
Well, like I said a little, well, y'all not like I said, not like y'all heard me.
Y'all wasn't here.
So it is a show thrown by a nonprofit organization called the Chicago Cultural Arts Organization.
Chicago Cultural Arts Organization.
Yeah, Chicago Cultural Arts Association. I don't know that Instagram page or if they have one, but you can definitely follow the 312 Awards Instagram page at 312 Awards. They're definitely ramping up the promo right now. So, you feel me?
Chicago Cultural Arts Association.
Organization.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah,
All right.
those are those people. Thanks.
No, we got.
But
No,
yeah,
but like I said, people want to know what it is that they're going in to vote for, and
us first and foremost.
Absolutely.
Vote for us.
Absolutely.
Please vote for us.
Yeah, please do.
Shop Talk 7, the best indie radio station, best indie radio show.
Yeah, that's the category.
The best indie radio station. My Radio Chicago's in there, so vote that.
Yeah, make sure you vote for that. Absolutely.
And vote for whoever else you like to. I don't want to leave everybody else out, but vote for us.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm
all about us.
I'm not going front. Well, I ain't gonna front. I went and I voted, and I voted for the people that I like thus far.
They make you vote for everybody. Well, they make you vote for all the categories.
I mean,
that's the only downside. I didn't know some of those people.
Even the ones I didn't know, I still voted for. But there were categories with people that I did know that I definitely voted for.
Facts.
Like I ain't even finna lie. Shop Cuz. Any category I seen Shop Cuz in, I voted for Shop Cuz.
Shout out to the Long Streets.
You know what I'm saying?
My family, my extended family through Vita. Not my extended family. They my family. Alon Long Street, Gladys Ivy. They on the live. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll see y'all in a minute.
Thank you guys.
I think we seeing y'all later today.
Yeah, anytime I saw Shop Cuz in the category, I definitely voted for her. Shout out to Shop Cuz.
Gotta vote for Shop Cuz.
Yeah, gotta vote for Shop Cuz, bro.
Anything else would be uncivilized.
Absolutely. They hustle. Love you, girl.
It was a lot of people who was kind of upset about not being on the ballot. They was like, I should have been on the ballot, but I don't think it worked that way. The way I'm gonna stop saying think because I asked them and they told me. The way it worked was they sent out a ballot. They sent out a link 2 months ago, at least 2 months ago.
Okay.
And it was a fill in the blank type link. Like you click the link and you fill in the blanks for each category. There was no names already there, nobody to pick from. You literally entered whoever you wanted to see.
Oh shit.
Right. Okay. So if you didn't get on the ballot, it's because people didn't put you on there. Not enough people, or at least not enough times. Because they let people vote as many times as they wanted, I believe, or cast their selections or whatever. I don't really know how to say it, but yeah, they let people put their people as many times as they want, and just like they're letting you vote anytime you want, as many times as you want.
But that makes it even doper that Shop Talk 7 would even be nominated, because then that means people are actually.
I mean, people rock with us, and I appreciate it.
I mean, somebody decided to write our name in.
You feel me? Because I put us in once.
Okay, I only voted for us once.
Well, no, that's that. I'm talking about to even get on the ballot.
Oh shit! Okay.
I put us in once. I never shared it to anybody to vote us in, and so whoever it was that voted for us to get on the ballot,
and it had to be more than just one.
Reach out.
Yeah.
Reach out to me because I want to know.
Yeah.
I'd like thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
I appreciate people who thought about us, man. Like
for real.
Like for real.
Yeah. Because that's not something to take lightly.
I don't take it lightly at all. And I know some people was like, well, this ain't the
Oscars and no shit like that.
It is. It can be.
It can be.
If we want to treat it that way, it can be.
It is what we make it. The only reason the Oscars are what they are is because we make it that way.
I bet I'm finna step out like it's the Oscars.
Shh. We're finna clown.
I'm stepping out.
Yeah, we're finna clown.
I might even let Vita dress me. I don't know. Never mind. She might have me like in the Dobbs hat. She might have me in the Dobbs hat or something. I ain't
already on record.
Am I?
Yeah.
I can take it off record. I'll close this whole live out.
Off, nigga. They already heard
delete this video.
They already heard it.
Play with me.
They already heard it. I heard
man. 312 Awards. Shout out to all the nominees.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people who didn't get nominated but are interested in getting nominated next year. Maybe this will bring more awareness so people to pay attention to it, and maybe they'll do a better job at disseminating.
Is this the first year that they've done this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I heard on one of the drops, I heard somebody say The ceremony is March 12th. Danielle, shout out Danielle. She's one of the therapists that I would like to come on the show
Hey,
and talk
Danielle,
to us.
how you doing?
But yeah, I heard somebody on the drop. I think Aaron Joy said something about this year.
This year. Okay.
So it's March 12th this year or something like that. So I think they must have had it before.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know if they this is like an annual
I'd like to
thing.
see some footage if they did from last year.
Yeah.
Nice. It'd be a nice promo.
Yeah, and even if it wasn't, you know, if this is the first year and they're just trying to start something,
This can pop how we want it
this
to
would
pop.
still be, you know, still be
our
dope.
support will decide how good this event is.
I agree.
So I'm ready. I'm with it.
I agree. I'm definitely with it.
I'm
Shout
going
out to the Chicago Cultural Arts Association or organization.
Felice said this is the first. Okay,
It's the
cool.
first. Okay.
Bet him up. Well, let's get it.
That's what's up.
I'm with it.
Well, whoever voted for Shop Talk 7, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Whoever
y'all,
voted for us.
man.
Please let
real.
us know if you voted
Thank
for me
y'all.
to get on the ballot. Let me I want to thank you. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you some merch, well, depending on how many people voted. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might bite off more than I can chew.
Yeah.
I get all y'all a shirt eventually. Might be a 2-year process. But we can make it happen. Anything else in the 312 awards? Vote. We're gonna put the link in the comments.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Vote.
Yeah, whoever cast your vote to get Monix on there, man. Speak on it. Talk to us.
Get Monix. What you mean get Monix on there?
I'm just saying. That's what you just said.
Did I?
Yeah.
No, well, Shop Talk 7's on there. I'm not on there.
Okay.
They didn't like me as one of the media personalities of the year.
Next year.
Next year for sure.
Next year.
Deion Robinson, but he voted for us.
Shout out, Dion. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, big dog.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
I talked to LSO. LSO said she voted for us.
We appreciate
And
her.
Virtuous Eatery as well.
There we go.
Shout out, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
All right, so appreciate y'all.
I am trying to get to
awards. Let's get to this next topic, man. We'll start him from the top.
There we go.
What makes a woman hard and unladylike to you?
What makes a woman hard and unladylike? What makes a woman hard and unladylike?
This is where I got it from. I seen a post earlier that said, and I shared it. That said, what did it say? Something like, "What happened to all of the where are the soft and delicate women? Where are the soft and ladylike women?" or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was the question.
Okay.
And I'm like, I shared the post, and I was like, "Well, did they leave? What happened? Where'd they go?" You gonna have a hard time convincing me that women are hard. It's just, I just can't. Even if they are trying to move with a masculine, I can't really respect it as like I know I can respect a woman moving in her masculine energy because maybe she has to be a little aggressive getting stuff done. Because I know they get a harder time in the workplace when they being soft and ladylike sometimes. But to look at them and say that in general that she's a woman could be soft and hard and hardcore, I just see through it, regardless of what type of time she on.
I think it's levels to it.
Okay.
I think it's levels to it. I think there are extreme levels where there are some women who are just brutes. They're just brutes.
So what does that mean when a woman's a brute?
They mimic men in terms of how they emit or emote or try to. So, example, they turn off their feelings. They are unemotional, detached.
So does that make her hard and man-like, or would that simply make her a brute?
I mean, that's part of her. That's part of making her more brutal than the average soft lady.
Yeah, okay, I'll buy that.
So if you got a woman who is fiery, testy, you know what I'm saying, like very, very quick to attack,
right? You
know what I'm saying, or hella defensive, where anything you say to them is an opportunity for them to respond in an attack mode. Right. You know what I'm saying? Women sometimes that's extreme. Like I said, those are the brutes. Those are just the them the chicks you might see in prison.
But even them, I'm looking at them like, oh, honey,
Whatever.
I am. It's not. You don't really like. I mean, you might trigger me and make me respond or something like that.
Right.
But I'm not looking at you. I'm still looking at you like this female tripping.
I look at it like this. Like I said, it's levels to it. There are some women who are feminine and then try to jump off like they're more masculine than they really are. You know, like a puppy trying to, bite a bigger dog. Kind of cute.
Yeah.
But then there are women who try to be surgical with it.
Surgical
In terms of, like I said, they mimic men. Like they'll mimic men in their dating. You know,
like how? Like
in terms of treating their vaginas the way men treat their dicks. You know what I'm saying? And trying to justify it with, oh well, men do it. Why can't we?
So that would be her moving in her masculine.
I think if your intention and if your modus operandi is one of, I'm going to handle this, the way men do because it looks like it's successful for men, which a woman is not going to say that, but you'll see them do it. And you might have heard women even talk and maybe even give off some of those signals that they're tired of being fucked over the way men have been doing this for years and decades and centuries.
I still
that kind of thing.
I still tend to see that as just a frustrated woman. I see nothing masculine about a woman giving up her box.
So what do you consider
at a rapid pace?
So what do you consider unladylike? And what's the question? Yeah, what do you consider hard and unladylike? Because to me, if a woman can't control her mouth and her energy like that, where it's just like,
I guess if you try to punch me, that's probably not unladylike because you want me to treat you like a man for real now.
I mean, that's definitely not unladylike.
If you punch me, you're a whole man now. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I'm not. I've let a few people hit me before. Not happening again. Not happening again.
Yeah, that's not a good practice.
Yeah. So yeah, this is probably a bad idea.
Not a good practice.
Like
that's not a good practice at all.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Somebody is calling us somewhere.
Somebody's calling. Well, let's answer.
I don't know where they're calling from. Sound like somebody trying to message me on. Yeah, they stopped. Okay, cool.
Man. I might as well hit us.
All right, bet. But yeah. So I don't know. I guess I'm having a respect issue when it comes to the idea of a woman being hard for real, because it's always a smokescreen. From my experience, it's mostly. I'm gonna say mostly. Yeah. Yes. In my experience, it's always been a smokescreen. So it's like I can't even respect this fog right here. Like I'm gonna cut right through that. I always have, whether I'm trying to date them or not. Not that women haven't aggressed to me; they surely have.
Mm-hmm.
They surely have, but it's still like, all right.
I've grown up with all kinds of women.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's levels to it. There's some chicks I've grown up with that were men, as in like I've had fistfights with.
They were men?
I mean, in their energy, they were
okay.
And like,
at
that age.
What does that mean? That they can fight pretty well?
That means that they would square up at the drop of a hat with a dude more so than a woman.
Okay.
Like, period.
I guess that would make her hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fight really women because most girls know better, but guys can get it.
I feel like I didn't really pose the question the way I wanted to pose the question.
How'd you want to pose it?
Because I'm gonna read it off.
You don't feel like you're getting the you don't feel like you're getting the response. Shit, everybody jumping
no.
in here. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, we just running our mouth, man.
Well, they kind of
shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat, man. We appreciate you guys jumping in. Olivia, Ovita, Gladys, Danielle, Felice, shout out. Dion, of course. Good looking out, brother.
So the post said, I shared
Lexi. How you doing, baby?
I shared the post that said, bring back soft ladylike ladies. So my response to that was, did they go somewhere?
I mean, the times are different in terms of overall.
Like, there's no shortage of ladylike women.
I don't think so.
Soft women there's no shortage of women who will be soft for a man they respect.
I don't think
no shortage.
I don't think there's a shortage of soft women. Period.
Like to me, they all it's soft. Whether they even if they present hard, you know what time it is. I mean, you got like the people who are part of the LGBT community, LGBT,
Alphabet
community. They may present a certain way, and that's peace. But I've stood in a room with a couple of them too, and when they get to talking, you see all the delicateness. Most of the time, I imagine I've ran into one or two because I was around a lot of them at one point or another. A lot of like studs for some reason. Yeah.
Well,
I was in San Diego, and it's just
this is in the Navy.
It's just one of them things.
Okay, this is the Navy. That makes sense.
But
because I was wondering, like, what was you going through? You was just around a whole bunch of studs, but
it was a my homegirl's cousin. She was a stud, and she had a lot of stud friends.
Okay.
And we used to go to their party every now and then.
Okay.
They threw a party like every week, and we would just go, and that's how I ended up around.
Okay.
But yeah. Nice. All right, so yeah. Based on that, I'm like, all right, bro.
It's hard and unlady.
They are not hard to find.
I think a woman that's combative is.
I guess she's moving to her masculine. She's being unladylike at the time.
That's very unladylike. If you're very combative, if you're always looking for a reason to be combative, I think that's unladylike.
What if they dig in their nose?
I mean, you dig in your nose. I don't give a shit. Don't bother me. I mean, don't make it no habit to just be like all in your grill, but you got a booger.
Peter says women want to be women. They only walk in their masculinity when they have to.
That's not true.
It's not?
No.
I mean, I guess you would have to define have to, and that's going to be based on that's going to be person.
Sometimes it's when they want to.
That's going to be person to person.
Sometimes it's when they want to. It's not always when they want to. Lexi Ars, shout out Lexi. She says, I think you have to understand. Oh, sorry, my fault. She says, I think you have to understand the root causes of why a straight woman would be more in her masculine energy. It's healthy to be balanced in any aspect, but especially in these energies. Lexi, I agree with you 100%. That's probably one of the reasons why some of these relationships have so many issues, because people don't really consider that. It is a balance. You do have to understand where person's energy is coming from and how to work that.
Yeah.
How to balance that.
It's
Danielle. Shout out Danielle.
They went inside. Masculinity fades when women feel safe and satisfied with results you want. That's probably why I feel like I haven't ran into a boatload of masculine energy from women. And even when I did, it's like I ran into it a bunch of times, but it hasn't lingered much.
Mm-hmm.
It has lingered before, but it hadn't done it much. Like when I started first dating women with careers and stuff, because that happened a little later for me in my 20s. A lot of them came off as kind of hard to me. When I was in my 20s, that's how I saw that. I didn't understand what I was dealing with.
What was it that was coming off as hard to you?
They just felt this need to let me know that they don't need me for shit, and they talked about how much money they're making. They talked about, it was just like all this in your face type stuff.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's.
And I used to look at them like, oh my God, these women are so hardcore now, blah blah blah. And later on, my perspective changed as I figured out how to deal with that. You know what I mean? When I became a different man is what happened. In my 20s, I was me, but I didn't stand on nothing in particular at the time. I'm just floating. A lot of my morals and a lot of my, my integrity was built later. After I had, got married to my son's mom and, started helping raise the two children that she already had. And then after we split, I took some inventory. I had a stance after that. You know what I mean? And this was my first time. Not my first time. My first time was when I was 27. That's the first time I ever got my own place. Because I was married before that, and I was living with her the whole time. I got my own place at that point, and I noticed that even the tough women then that kind of scared me a little bit. Even them, they eventually toned that down and just wanted to be a woman to a man. So that's what I've always seen. It's true, believe me. What's true? I think I missed what Vita said. She said it's true.
Well, like I was saying, I think it's levels to it. You know, there are some women who just look for an offset, meaning I'm looking for another energy to offset me so that I can rest in in my feminine. Um, there are some women who grew up around certain circumstances where that feminine energy maybe has been capped, maybe has been transferred into more masculine energy.
Yeah.
Maybe even been turned off.
Turned off, huh?
Yeah, turned off. So,
Yeah.
like I said, it's levels to it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, people attract certain energies, so chances are you won't attract, but you will attract, certain women who want to drop that.
If
you know what I'm saying?
If you could make a statement like, bring back the soft ladies, soft and ladylike women. If you could make that statement,
you're probably dealing with the wrong women.
That's like I feel like that's a mode of being for that person. I made a statement earlier. I said magnets attract metal, man.
Yeah.
All the time. They attract metal. Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah.
If you can make that statement and that broad statement, I have to ask, what are you doing?
Yeah. Because I don't see there being a deficit of soft women in the world.
There's not a deficit.
Not granted.
Maybe they're hard to you, I guess. I don't know.
Not granted, there probably are more what's the word? Because I don't want to say aggressive and I don't want to say controlling.
Say
more because that's not really the word. You know what I'm saying?
It describes whatever word. It probably describes whatever word
more. There are more women that are accountable for their life direction.
And they definitely come off aggressive.
Right. Let me say it that way. There are probably a lot more women that are more aggressive in terms of their life direction than there used to be. So maybe that's what men are talking about, or maybe that's what the dude was talking about, or whoever is considering aggressive or unladylike when you're dealing with a woman who's used to getting her own shit. She ain't got time to wait for you. She's on top of her own shit. She don't have to ask you for nothing. Not that she don't want you for anything, but I had it before you, and if you leave, I'm gonna have it after you. Yeah. So there's no, you know what I'm saying?
Fellas, I give you something that worked for me in those instances. You don't force yourself on her. Just let the game come to you. You're gonna see what you need. Take care of it. One thing a woman that wants you around won't do when you're taking care of stuff is stop you. Within reason. For the most part, she's not gonna stop you. Just do it. Even if it's something simple as taking out the trash, or if it's something simple as putting the air in her tire in the winter, because in Chicago, the tire pressure drop.
So what makes a woman hard? Let's point to the question. What makes a woman hard? What makes a woman unladylike to you? Other than the fact that you've never bumped into a woman who's hard and unladylike in your presence.
I've never said that at all.
I mean,
that's not what I said.
Okay. Well, you don't experience that much.
No. I said it doesn't linger.
Okay, it doesn't linger.
It doesn't linger.
Okay.
It happens.
Okay.
It just doesn't linger.
So what do you consider to be hard and unladylike that you take serious?
Nothing, man.
Okay.
Nothing. I don't take none of it serious, because if she into me.
Okay. What about
she see me as a man?
What about a woman who's not into you?
They don't really matter. I don't know. I had some chick tell me that I called her Miss Lady, and she cussed me out for calling her Miss Lady. I don't know if that's her being hard or unladylike, or maybe she just didn't like to be called Miss Lady. I've had 3 women I've been with punch me. I guess that wouldn't be ladylike. I
don't think that's ladylike.
It's one time.
I won't both say that's not ladylike.
One time each. It didn't happen even close to happening again after that. But it was also at the end of the situations. So of course it wouldn't happen again. I'm not gonna put myself in that space. Had to do a self check though. If I got hit 3 times, so it's something I'm doing. I wonder if a woman that got hit 3 times, would she look at it that way? Probably not. I don't think so. But I got hit 3 times, and it was like, all right, baby, all right, homeboy, it's time. No. It's time.
That's a really good question, because
you know how many women.
I've told
quite a few women. I've told quite a few women about that. Right, I'm probably 4 or 5 of them. Right, two I was in a relationship with, and a few friends. They all asked me, "What did you do?" If I would have asked that shit the other way around, boy.
Yeah.
Why women like that?
Yeah. Dion says, I'm hard from being jaded, but the right one smooths out the jagged edges. It's the same for women. That's the truth.
No doubt. And this is
That's
like
the truth.
that's why, yeah.
Okay.
You gonna run into hard and jaded women and with jagged edges, but when you providing the right atmosphere where they can trust you and feel safe. And I'm Mr. Trustworthy.
Lexi chimed in. She says that's some internal healing and balancing needed to say a man brings the femininity out of a woman. In my opinion, it's weird for me to say that as a woman, I'm bringing the masculinity out of a man. I feel.
Did somebody say that?
Yes, what she just do. I don't know if that's.
Did we say that?
I think I understand what she's saying.
Maybe I alluded to it somehow.
Yeah, I understand what she's saying because that's exactly what we're alluding to. Because if we do what we need to do, they'll do what they need to do because it'll be a reaction.
And I don't think that's man bringing the femininity out of a woman. Personally, that's not what I'm trying to say. At least
that's what I'm trying to say.
All right, cool.
I would say that.
Right. So
because there have been times when I've met women who would come off initially. What's the word? Aggressive.
Okay.
Stubborn. Kind of sitting their stance in the ground.
Okay.
And only to see that fade away once we get some conversation going.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
So, I understand. I think I understand what Lexi is saying. Basically, what you were saying. If your energy affects her energy, she'll fall in line and be a little more feminine and masculine.
Yeah, it's just semantics at this point, but that's not the way I would word that I ain't bringing her femininity out. I'm giving her a space to be herself, to be comfortable being herself. Most women who like men have a feminine aspect. So that's just there waiting to be dealt with. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm just providing an atmosphere where I provide an atmosphere where my homeboys can be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's comfort when you. I'm trying to at least make it that way when you with me. So a woman don't she's gonna soon understand that if she got a lion to turn off, that she could turn it off. It's fine. I got that covered. You don't got to do that. And I never tell them this, but so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I just provide an atmosphere to make it easy for them to be in that mode, to work in their feminine. But I think it's just semantics. We're still saying the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if that's us saying bringing out her femininity, then it is what it is.
I mean, if you make a person comfortable,
I've had women say this.
Relax.
I've heard women actually say this. Like, I need a real man to bring out my feminine qualities. I've heard a woman say this. That's how she see that.
Okay. So okay. All right.
She'll be feminine for the right man.
All right. Slow that down. Because that makes absolutely no sense to me.
I think it makes perfect sense. Okay, to you.
Stupid
I can respect it. I can respect it not making sense to you.
That's some stupid shit to me. I'm gonna tell you why I think it's some stupid shit.
Sure.
I need a woman to make me masculine.
Yeah,
I need a woman to bring the masculinity out of me.
I hear that. Not some
shit. So walking around the world
it's not some shit
waiting on a woman to bring the masculinity
it's not some stuff
out of me.
It's not some stuff I would say. But I'm gonna say struggle with it, but I've thought about that back and forth about a woman saying that, because I posted it recently actually, like how would it sound if I said I need the right woman to bring my masculinity out. It do sound wild, but personally I got to the point recently, maybe a day or so ago, I just choose to understand them at that point. That's all. I choose to understand what they're saying. It sounds crazy, but I'm not gonna lie, I've rarely accused people with saying shit the right way. So I don't.
Okay, well, so what are they saying?
And she's just saying that she has no problem being submissive. That's to me, that's largely what they're talking about. They have no problem being submissive to the right man, being soft and delicate with the right man. Any other nigga could get this work. Like, you gonna have a hard way with me, unless I feel that way about you. Yeah. That's my understanding of what they're saying. The verbiage, the raw verbiage itself, yeah, it sound kind of wild.
And here's the thing too. Words do matter, unfortunately. I really wish they didn't. I wish they did.
They matter how you make them matter. How you make them
That's
matter.
the problem. Because how you make them matter don't got nothing to do with how I make them matter.
No, this
So-
personal, this is situation to situation.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't move at
So-
all how you move. Like in my situation, right? So
No,
I
what
gotta-
I'm saying is communication is a two-way street, and you can't control the other side of the street. So, words mattering, yeah, it matters that, I intake it and decide what I want to do with it, but it also matters that the intention of the sender is met.
Yeah, I mean, all I know is that when I interpret things a certain way, I don't always ask. Sometimes I interpret it a certain way. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm not. At which point I'll seek clarification. Just simple as that for me. I'm okay with being wrong. We'll clear it up.
Yeah, chimed in. He says a woman bringing the masculinity out of a man doesn't mean tough. It means bringing out provision and protection.
Okay, see, I'm with that. Because not every woman gonna get that out of me.
Right.
Not every woman gonna get protector out of me. I mean, if you're in front of me, okay, cool. We together, cool. But protector.
There's a basic level of decency that you will be offered.
If I'm protecting a woman,
afforded.
if I'm saying that I'm going to protect a woman, I'm protecting. Part of that protection is maintenance. It's making sure, if I can make sure, that these problems don't even arise.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm protecting you from having as bad a day as you would have had otherwise.
Right.
No, like anybody that's with me, a man or a woman or a dog, I'll protect you physically if you're with me and something's popping off.
But when most people think protection, the only thing they think is physical.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well,
that's why they need to listen to Shop Talk 7.
When I need a pit bull, that's the protection I need. So men are supposed to protect. But y'all not understanding this levels of this protection shit that everybody claims that they want.
Some of the protection I got to do for you is protecting you from yourself. And some of the protecting you got to do is protecting me from myself.
Thank you.
If I listen to you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's why we're on the ballot.
Thank you. A lot of people want to talk.
Oh. Where's the? There we go. That's why we're on the. Now I gotta say it again. And that's why we're on the ballot. Parade wave. You feel me? Timestamp that 3807. I got to timestamp that.
For real. But yeah, dude, like that whole protection. Like, it's just weird the way people think. Because that's the only thing people can think of when they're having these conversations. Oh, provision and protection. Bring me shit and fight off niggas.
Yeah, well, they just haven't. I think to their credit, to their defense, I think a lot of people just haven't had these things articulated for them.
God.
And a lot of people need it articulated for them. Like, I think you and I articulate exceptionally well.
Very
right?
well.
Not everybody is able to do that.
True.
That's just a fact of the matter.
That's very true.
Not everybody is as quick-witted as we are. And that's why we do this, and that's why we're successful at this.
And even care to even go deeper than just a surface question. What else?
And I don't think that's their fault, personally.
No, but that's what we're here for.
You hear me?
That's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. Because provision doesn't necessarily just mean bringing you food or bringing you shelter. You know, provision could be providing you safe mental space.
It's the holistic things.
Yeah.
Holistic things matter a lot. Don't forget the holistic stuff.
Provision could be supporting you through school. You know, you decide you want to go back to school. Okay, cool. I make sure you got a computer, make sure you got a laptop, make sure you got monitors, make sure you got docking station, make sure you got books, make sure you got supplies. You know, make sure you're comfortable, make sure you got a room and a space in the house.
This dude Dion talking about literacy issues, right? Then he writes, that's why I say we a literacy issue in the community. He meant that's why we have a literacy issue in the community.
That's funny.
You feel me? But yeah, man, you know, so it's like, yeah, don't forget these holistic things.
Yeah.
So I get it. So look how we broke that down. Now nobody has to make fun of people when they say that. We get we if you look at this show, you get what they mean. Maybe you have a semblance of what they mean when they say those blanket statements. Because I want to do better at not poking fun at people's blanket statements. Because I know that they're only talking about their circumference of awareness. Because I don't at this point, I don't get a whole lot out of tearing that apart. I'm pretty much making fun of you because you ain't me.
I don't want to make fun of nobody, but what I do want to do is elevate people to a new, broader way of thinking.
Right.
You know, at least when you talk to me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want you to feel like, you know, I want you to mind your words because I'm gonna hold you to them.
You different than me, man. You different than me.
Very.
Cause I don't even care for most people. I don't want to intellectualize with everybody. I only want to intellectualize with 5 people. I promise. Everybody else, I can't take that much conversation.
Well, I accept that I'm not going to intellectualize with everybody, but I also accept that I don't have to dumb myself down for you or for the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So
if I decide to speak your language, am I dumbing myself down? Not yours, but another person. Like, I don't feel like I'm dumbing myself down because I'm not dumb when I walk away from you. I'm not dumber.
Right.
But I'm speaking your language. Like if it was Spanish, like if you speak on this level, I don't think there's anything wrong with speaking in layman's terms with somebody.
No, absolutely.
Like like there's some things about your job that'll blow my mind if you said it. So now you gotta dumb it down for me so I can know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. And I have to do that every day.
Right. And so even intellectually, it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to. I'm not calling them people dumb. I'm just saying I'll make it in layman's terms for you. When I start speaking science and the high science of philosophy, everybody's not gonna get it like that. So you got to relate it sometimes to certain people.
I feel like, you know, that's kind of what my job is. Like part of what I'm here on the planet to do. I know it may sound weird, but because I've had people say to me many times, like, I never thought about it that way. You just broke it down so simply.
Yeah. I get that a lot.
Damn, I get it. Like, you just made me understand something that I previously thought was real complicated. And it's like, no, if you analyze it this way or use this, like, I love analogies. Helps me compare a whole lot of shit. So that's what I do. I talk in analogies. Make shit real easy for people to understand. And I do it for a living, so I'm used to talking to people and then trying to leave them better than I found them.
Oh.
If I can. Now, some people just can't be elevated. That's cool. Take it or leave it, but I ain't gonna force feed you.
Yep. It's
you know, but if I could drop something and bounce and you can take it and roll, shit, I'm gonna drop it and bounce.
Yep. Let's go to a song, man. We're gonna come back with the next topic, man.
Yes, sir.
Shop Talk 7, y'all. We got Day Hustle coming up. Let's get it.
Shop Cuz in the building, man. What's the name of the song? Sextivity.
The last time you came around here, I liked it, but I won't more. The last time that you came around here, you put it on me. But I'm a type that I really want to how I like it. Baby, can you go deep? My eyes roll to the back of my head. When you're stroking, I wanna ride you instead. What you think? Get deep diving in my ocean. When you go low, do it slow for me. But don't you think? Do you mind if I switch your rule? Pop it. And it's just me and you. I've been waiting on this feeling for a long time. The way you touch your makeup unwind. You say you like it better when I throw it back, but I like it better when you get behind. The way you got me wet, dripping like a waterfall. Don't you hold nothing back, babe, I want it all. Putting sparkles on your back with these women claws. Standing tall in them draws, but I want it all. Slow. Do you mind if I slow grind? Do you mind if I slow grind? Do you mind if I slow
Shop Talk 7 in the building. We're top. We get down the show. Tony B. Demonics. Y'all see that baritone?
D.
Y'all see that baritone I just gave you? Shop Talk 7 in the building.
Get this D.
We up top, but we get down.
D Smith in the house.
Yeah.
How y'all feeling tonight?
You know what? I'm gonna mute your fucking mic.
For all you sexy singles out there.
Your mic muted, nigga. Anyway.
For all you sexy ladies out there who are lonely and needing some comfort, hit us up 630-465-0229.
Don't listen to him, ladies. He's toxic.
Such
Fucking
a
toxic.
hater. Such a fucking hater.
So what?
God.
So what?
Fucking 809.
All right, man.
It's too early for you to be hating like that.
To next topic. This is a repost from a post we were I shared. I didn't share it. I stole it. Let's talk about this repost. Single mothers don't want relationships with adult males raised by single mothers.
Hit us up 630-465-0229.
Or we'll send you the link for the StreamYard.
Yeah, hit us
So
up.
come on that way. Let us know.
What's up, Candace Nicole? How you doing, sweetheart?
See you on here?
Yeah, she jumped on. Hey, girl.
Hey, Candace. See you Tuesday.
What's going on?
Be in your inbox every day. Tuesday.
Yeah. Y'all be sure
Tuesday.
to tune in Tuesday, man. Candace Nicole is going to be here. We're going to chop it up with the lady. Your album dope as hell, by the way, man.
Man, bars.
Man,
the right
man.
features. I've never seen somebody
Man.
pick a better set of
Man,
features.
if y'all not up on Candace Nicole, man, get up on her, man. For
You
real.
did. She coming in studio
Straight
Tuesday.
up.
But yeah, let's get to this topic, man. Single mothers don't want relationships with adult males raised by single mothers.
Why would that be?
I think they forget who they are. Sometimes I think they forget who they are. Sometimes I just think maybe they had a set of experiences where they blame it on him being raised by a single mother or not having a man in his life. But it's just kind of interesting coming from a single mother. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I've heard this dynamic. I don't know how widespread it is, but I've seen it around. I've talked to people about it. I've heard some women say. I've heard people say certain things in my life. I'm like, I don't think that's your line.
You're not supposed to say that.
That's not your line.
Wait a minute.
You know what I'm saying? Here's an example of something that's not your line. I've been married twice and I was engaged before. It was a chick. She had one kid, one baby daddy, obviously, right? One kid, one baby daddy. She was like getting down on me because, I've been married twice and engaged before. Like, what is you doing? I'm trying to marry 67 times? And I was like, shorty, you sure you want to do this? What you mean? Hell yeah, I want to do it. I was like, oh, okay, well, look here, love. Your one baby daddy drug you through the fucking mud. You're depressed, and you said you gained weight from that depression. One baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you want to talk shit to me? You going to talk shit to me because I tried to make an honest woman out of some women I was with? Would you rather I had just fucked around?
Shop talk clip.
You know what I'm saying? Would you rather I had just fucked around and just stuck dick in all these women and never tried to take care of any of them?
Candace Nicole chimed in.
So it's like, what are you actually saying?
And that's the same thing you said before. It's better that you marry because your social impact. We got a clip out there where you're talking about your social impact.
Right.
Your social impact is less in marriage than it would be in singlehood.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Like if you just out here
I'd have
smashing.
just been reckless.
Yeah.
Outside of committing to a woman.
Right.
It's like you niggas want. Then they, instead of just fucking around, I usually have a girlfriend, right? I've even gotten clowned from that. I know some people who love me clown me for it, and I know they say they're joking, but it's truth in every joke. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what do you niggas want me to do?
Candace says a lot of men in the community are raised by single mothers.
Yeah.
So could this be a little bit of self-hate?
I think it's just them,
and not necessarily hatred, but self-reflection, where it's like
low key they reflecting. But I think it's them trying to.
Product of what
I think it's the same shit as when they call men gay. They just trying to find a reason to take a shot at a man, and they want to go that route. They're just kind of playing dirty. I think that's ultimately what it is.
Are there any single mothers out in the chat
who refused to date a man who was raised by a single mother?
Let's do this because
if so, I feel like you got your fucking nerves. I still love you. I swear I do.
I don't have the background to like speak on it because it's not something I've heard single mothers say. So it's not a conversation I'm privy to. But if there's any single mothers in the chat who feel like, you know, you don't want to date a dude because he comes from a single parent household.
Toya Lloyd, what's happening, love?
Man, let us know.
Vita, don't call in. I'm gonna just send you the link.
Hey, what's up, Toya? How you doing?
You usually look pretty when you.
I've never heard of it either. I you know what I'm saying? I've never heard of it, but that doesn't mean it's not a conversation.
Yeah, I've heard it. I can recall 4 or 5 times right now where I've heard this.
Oh, okay.
Alone, and I've also heard a woman with 2 or 3 kids say they're not gonna date nobody with kids.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, I kind of get it though. It's like, I got enough. Hopefully he don't want no kids.
Right.
And he'll date me. So they're looking for that. So I do get it.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I even though it sounds crazy, I do get a single mother saying that. I get it. I get what she's saying. It just don't sound proper. It just don't sound like it's your line.
Yeah. Again, like I said, that's not happening in my world. But that's not to say that it's not a conversation being had. Obviously, it's a conversation being had somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's worth examining.
Deion Robinson said, there is always chaos outside the natural order. The solutions are chaotic when trying to band-aid the defiance of the natural order. That's it. I can't win on this single parenting thing. Right. And that's real. The Spirit says stuff like that all the time about the natural order of things. And we are moving outside of the natural order of things. Man, woman, child. I ain't getting into fidelity or how good your relationship is, but both parties should be very present all the time.
Yeah.
When raising a child.
Absolutely.
I'm not in the same town as my kid right now. You know, circumstances I couldn't control, at least at the time. But when I was there, I handled his day to day, 5 to 6 days a week. Sometimes his mama called me so she could go on a date. Last minute, what you doing? Well, I'm trying to go out. Can you come get your son? No fucking problem. Because I ain't made no plans yet. I'm not about to finesse no plans just so I don't got to go get them. I'm going to get my child. Sometimes I did it proactively. Please go on a date, lady. I got this covered.
Toya, I'm with you. I haven't heard it, but like I said, it's a conversation being had, and you know, I guess she doesn't have any background on it either. Because I was about to ask her if you know anybody that's been talking like that.
Would the woman that suggested this prefer men that were raised by unhappily wed women? Hey, you know, yeah, I guess maybe so. Because there's not a huge difference. Well, okay, no, there can be a difference still. There can be a difference. I think a lot of this stuff is capped anyway. I was talking with Vita earlier about it, and I was saying I think a lot of these dynamics are just capped because there's so many different dynamics that you can't pick which one did the disservice. It's hard to pin it on this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know a woman who's raised by both her parents, and I know men who are raised by both their parents their whole life, and their parents are still together, and they still out here reckless as fuck.
Still missing shit, Yep.
I know a woman whose parents been together her whole life, and she's on her 3rd marriage. No diss to her. I'm just saying these are dynamics that exist.
Mm-hmm.
I know parents who both have degrees. Neither one of their kids have one. I know parents with no degrees and their kids have them.
Mm-hmm.
I know parents who has degrees and their kids have degrees, and only 3 out of the 4 kids are doing something with it.
I know single mothers who have children with, you know, multiple children with degrees, and they don't have one.
You know, there's so many different dynamics. I know people out here who fit the stereotype. Who they got degrees and their kids got degrees and they all killing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know people who have succeeded or come out on top in the wildest situations. I come from out of crack house who was taken custody of by an alcoholic father at the time. You know,
everybody got a story.
Everybody got a story. I don't think you look at me and say that. You know, I don't think you look at me and say, yeah, his mama was a crackhead.
First thing I said.
Probably.
I said when I met you. This nigga mama crackhead.
Gotta be, right? You feel me? Like, so I don't know.
But no, but like you say, people come from some extraordinary circumstances, and even some of the roughest circumstances, and still turn out to be, you know, at least a decent human being. You know what I'm saying? Let alone, you know, extraordinary.
I think most people I've met are decent human beings, at least decent.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
they I mean, like they may be fucked up to somebody. I guess I'm sure I'm fucked up to somebody. But most people you meet will tell me I'm cool.
Right.
I know you about to read Deion Robinson.
Yeah, he says, unhappy wedded women are upset for only 4 things: infidelity, non-working men, a man that won't romance her, and substance abuse.
Any unhappily wed or formerly unhappily wed women, is this true?
Yeah, if there's any women in the chat who have been married and or are married, holla at us. Does that ring true? Does that ring true that these are really the only 4 things I'm really gonna be mad about?
I'm gonna sit that up there for a minute.
And I think I honestly think he's right.
Those are definitely 4 other things.
I mean, shit. What else outside
finance?
of that?
It could be you fucked up the money.
Oh yeah, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't say that.
But these are definitely.
But
4
that could be seen as infidelity a little bit, though.
But that's not what people are talking about when they say it.
I know that's not. But
I guess
if he messed around here and put 5 G's or 10 racks on a hustle project, thinking he was going to land gold.
I don't know if that's infidelity. That's just that's irresponsibility.
It's irresponsible. But if you don't tell me about it,
you lied.
You lied.
That's not. I don't know. Is that the same as infidelity? I don't think so.
It will be the same as cheating.
I think you got to really finesse it and come up with a technicality to make that to make that infidelity. But people get off on murder for technicalities. So I don't know. I don't be on technicalities.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm sure he didn't mean.
But either way, it's fucked up.
Financial infidelity, but yeah.
Either way, it's messed up.
Yeah. Either way.
So what are some other things that unhappy wedded women are upset for? Yeah, here we got infidelity, non-working man, won't romance her, substance abuse. Oh, he said fucked up money is the non-work category.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Substance abuse. Weed can be substance abuse, people. Marijuana can be substance abuse.
Could be. Now, is that something that's going to make a woman unhappy? Well, it could. Depends on the woman.
I've seen people who can't function without weed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And if
or they cigarettes.
Yeah, if you can't go into a function before you blow, or if you can't stay in a function, unless you blow.
If you causing havoc in your house because you couldn't have your cigarettes today, or whatever you smoke, that's a problem.
Yeah. If it's
you, sir, woman, you, sir, or ma'am, have a problem.
When it's messing with
you should get help.
When it's messing with your energy.
And if any of my people fit that bill, like I ain't trying to talk shit about you or nothing like that. I'm just saying in general, coming from a crack house, it's a kid who come from a crack house and seeing what it's like when somebody wouldn't give my mama $2 and she spazzed.
Yeah, if it's
you know what I'm saying?
When it's that serious,
that's a problem.
Now, don't get me wrong, because I smoke, and I have my moments where it's like, you know what, dude, when I get to the crib or when I get off work or when I finish whatever I'm doing, I don't need to relax. So I do that. But I'm not. I don't have to leave work. I don't have to leave the function. I don't need to stop the show to go. I don't need to do that.
He said today's weed era is the new crack. Financially, it's like the 80s crack era.
Great. It is that, man, dude. I agree.
I was with a woman who I loved dearly, right? But she was fucking up the money so much because of her weed habit. I had to step off because it got to the point where it was affecting how I deal with my children. And in my mind, when I got a woman, you my woman, I don't be separating my children, your children. I don't do that. I'm trying to look out for everybody, but I learned this in there. Always make sure my situation with my kids is good.
Yep.
That's
funny.
When I walk into a situation with a woman, let's say we getting ready to talk about moving in or something. The money that goes to my baby boy, I got one small child, he's 8. The woman that goes to my baby boy, the money that goes to my baby boy will not be compromised. This is not counted in the pot when we tally up how much money we have together.
Right.
It is not. And if that needs to be, if you feel like that needs to be counted in the pot, I ain't gonna say we can't talk about it, but I'd prefer not. Let that be that. Especially if I'm bringing enough to take care of our rent and things like that. Let that be that. This is what I'm bringing. You know what I mean? So that shit scared me, boy. I was like, And then it was like, it stopped me from going to see my kids because I didn't have the money because of some money she messed up, and I ended up trying to fix it, and it didn't work out on the back end for me. Then COVID hit. So I didn't see my kids for a while because I couldn't go see them when I tried, and then COVID hit right after that. So yeah, I ain't doing that shit again. But God, this back to the single mothers who don't want relationships with adult males raised by single moms. Yeah, but I feel like I was about to go to another topic.
I feel like you were too. Because we ain't got no single mamas who want to vouch for this. So
Not
who
at
can?
all. Get that bullshit out of here. That's what our audience said. They
Yeah,
get that
I already
bullshit
said, get
out
that
of
shit
here.
out of here. Okay, we
All
hear
right,
y'all.
we got y'all. Get that bullshit out of here.
We listening.
Understood. We getting this bullshit out of here.
We ain't in our own shit. See, we listen to y'all.
I grow mine buying from the streets in dispensary costs too much. I heard that,
Real
bro.
talk.
We're gonna go to this next topic because, like y'all said, get that bullshit out of here. Bring this next topic up right now.
What up?
Why are people pressed when a successful black man dates or marries a woman from a different ethnicity?
Jealousy.
Jealousy? All right, ladies, y'all heard what D. Smith said. He said jealousy. Y'all asses is jealous.
What y'all boiled down to?
You was what, Vita? You was what? She was into the last topic.
Okay.
I think that's what she's saying. When Vita, tell us, why are people pressed when a successful black man dates or marries a woman of a different ethnicity? Oh, she said send the link. Okay. She's trying to chime in. You just want to show off her little face on live. That's what it is. She be pretty when she come through the live.
I think it's because usually because of jealousy, man. Like when you boil it down, like if you worried about some dude who you ain't even got a chance with, that you don't even know, living his life in whatever little world he's in, where he has access to snow bunnies or Hispanic chicks or island girls or exotic Russians or whatever the case is, ask yourself why that bothers you. And you may say, oh, well, you're taking somebody from the race. That one person, who are they taking that one person from? Because it ain't the race chasing after that one dude.
Right.
So who are they taking that one dude away from?
That shit up, she driving.
It's you. You know what I'm saying? So
let's see. Vita's online. Let's see what she's talking about. Vita, what time it is?
Hello.
What it is?
Right, Dion. I'm with you.
Hello? Her screen froze. Your screen froze. What's going on?
Take it off.
Hello?
No, it ain't the Bluetooth. This is the Facebook.
Hello?
Sometimes that.
I get all right. Well, I don't know what's happening here. Okay. Maybe she'll come back.
All right. Real quick. Shout out to Road Design, man. Hey, I'm loving the way that shine come off that D. That's nice.
That's nasty.
That's
I
nice.
don't like how that sounded at all.
Shout out Road Design Services, man. One of the SBOs that we are supporting, man. That's rocking with us, man. Love you. Appreciate you, girl. Shout out Custom Made Shirts, man. Hitting us up. Appreciate you.
All right, there you go. Maybe it'll work this time. Is it our internet? They may be pressed because the same ethnicity raised them, stood by their side on their come up, took care of their kids, and so much more. She made an investment in him, and he took that and deposited elsewhere. That's an answer to why a particular woman who knows him would be upset. I get that.
That means she got chose over.
She knows him,
right?
But why is random women? Like, I've seen women infuriated about this, and then they take what they see on TV or the media and talk as if this represents what's happening in society as a whole. Right. It is not what's happening to society as a whole.
And black guys in society are not running to white women, are not running outside of their race to date women. That's not what's happening. Now, what is happening is guys who are of a different pay
Big
scale
brown truck.
that affords them access to certain
Hello.
levels
Yeah,
of
hello.
living, they get access to those type of women. You see them with them. That doesn't mean that they get married to them all the time. They just be partying with them most of the time.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, it just ain't gonna work today. All right, she's gonna call in or something. But yeah, I don't know. You know, it's a weird dynamic. It doesn't represent what's really happening out here. Not the black men are not running to Bridgeport. Yo, let me go get this white girl. Not in mass anyway.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
It's not like that. Is literally not how this is working.
No, not at all.
And so, like, I don't understand the outrage. It's like sensationalism at its finest. And I told somebody that for every black millionaire or whatever that's with a woman of a different ethnicity, I'm certain I can show you a black millionaire with a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm certain.
Shop Cuz in the building. What up, Cuz?
What up? She said it's not mandatory for anyone to fall in love with their same ethnicity. Where one finds love is where they find love. Fine.
I agree with that too.
Vita, I'm gonna try this one more time, baby.
I agree with
one more
that
time.
too.
Okay. Vita, can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's happening again. Yeah, it's just not gonna work. I'm not gonna bring her back. But
What up, Shop Cuz?
we just played your song earlier today.
Yeah, yours was going up. Sextivity, y'all go ahead and check that out, man. They hustle in the house.
It could be a scorned woman jealousy. Yeah, it could be. It could be. And
I said jealousy.
That's her.
I said jealousy.
Yeah, you did. And that's her own hell to live in.
I said jealousy. I mean, because honestly, it's projection. Like, it'd be different if this was a guy that, you know, you had pursued and you had put time into and you had put energy into, and then he chose differently. That's different. But the average person saying this or having a problem with it is not actually in that direct situation. They're standing off from a distance looking at it. They're not even involved in that kind of a situation.
I think we're getting a phone calling.
Yo, Sluggo Lake in the building. What's going on there, boy?
Hey, what's going on?
Shout out.
Hey, the StreamYard is not working. I don't know if it's because I'm driving, but I wanted to speak my piece.
Well, go ahead, make it quick for us. We're going to close out the show soon.
Okay. I don't think women are jealous because men go to another race. I don't think black women really care. It seems as though the problem to me is when you feel like you upgraded because you with another race. Or every time I see a person say while they're with a white woman, they gotta belittle a black woman. If that's what you want to do, that.
Shout out to Xavier in the house, man. Double X in the grill.
That wasn't the best run for that for us, but you know. Can you hear me? Wait a minute, I don't hear myself.
Uh-oh.
Yo, there we go. All right, SHOPTALK7.
SHOPTALK7.
But yeah, you know, so Vita was just saying that she don't think it's from jealousy. Now I don't really remember what she was saying. We're going to do her better than that. She's one of our regulars. Yeah. But but yeah, bro, it's Oh, now he said something I actually agree with that's kind of controversial.
Talk.
Deion Robinson said, I'm going to say something that's extremely controversial.
Uh-oh.
I'm okay with mixed marriages as long as they don't have children. I think it's unfair to the children because of identity issues. I don't disagree.
I don't necessarily disagree with that either.
I don't disagree at all. It's and I know some people might not like it, but I've seen it enough. When I was living in Rockford, I mean, Rockford doesn't speak for the country, but I think it does actually. I think it does show a certain dynamic that's countrywide in those types of environments. In a poor town with white people and black people, some of the most. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say.
It.
No, I'm not gonna
Say
say
it.
it. No, it's kind of fucked up.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
it's because they go through this thing where they're not white enough, they're not black enough. Like I feel like when they have children, they're gonna put their children through some things. Now look, these same children have come out to be great, right? Barack Obama was the damn president. So who am I to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I think it's a crazy identity issue that they go through. I've seen it and it don't look real pretty, especially if they're not self-assured the right way.
Mm.
You know,
Interesting.
You find love where you find love. I'm with that. But it's like, yeah, I think people, if they can, should stick with their own ethnicities because we're gonna understand each other's struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it is what it is. A man meet a woman meet a man, regardless of where he's from or she's from. If they attracted, they're gonna do what they're gonna do because this is all a mating dance at the end of the day anyway.
Yeah.
This is all a mating dance. A woman will submit to the guy she wants to smash, and also treats her right.
This is true.
Right? So that's kind of one of those things.
This is true.
It's the truth. It just is what it is.
These are facts. Prove us wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Prove us wrong.
Let's see if you submit to a man that you wouldn't have sex with.
Prove us wrong.
You first have to have sex with him before you submit to him. Tell me I'm lying.
No, that's it.
No diss.
You submit
No
before
diss.
sex. You submit well before sex.
Yeah, but you would have sex with him and you already know it.
Well, that's
my point. It's the mating dance part. This is a mating dance. If he doesn't attract you that way, you ain't no submitting to him unless he's your boss and he pay you.
Boom.
We all submit to our bosses if we have one, in one way or another. Boss is the alpha in that situation. Not that they're necessarily alpha, but that's another story.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it's like what Vito was saying. I don't think most black women really care. I think the ones that do care, half of them feel the racial side of it, which is, the black woman raised you, the black woman nurtured you, and so you should then grow up and marry a black woman, marry back into your race. I get that argument, but then I think the other half of that is just women being jealous. I wish you'd be with me instead of, you gotta go get you a white woman. You could have had me for $5. That kind of thing.
He said, I also predict that in 200 years or more, most African Americans will not look like us.
I agree.
It would be a little bit.
Between the surgeries and the mixing of the colors and
that probably already happened
probably true.
Once or twice in America.
That's probably true.
We probably don't look like the Africans or whoever was enslaved.
No, we're different.
For over the last 400 years. Well, in America, we was enslaved like 200 some years, in what we now know as America. But yeah, I imagine we don't look the same as those people. I imagine a lot of us look a little different. Some of us look the same for sure, but a lot of us look kind of different. So yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, man, I don't know. Look, not caution. My advice is don't really worry yourself about it. What's in front of you? If you wanted to marry the millionaire, put yourself in places where millionaires are.
Right.
That's probably why they got them, because they put themselves in places where millionaires are.
Yeah, I was saying earlier.
And they saw some value from marrying that person.
Once you start making money at a certain rate, you're
around different things.
Yeah, you get around different shit. And when you're around different shit, you get different women around that shit.
When I was in San Diego, you see a black man with a Mexican woman, or the other way around. Black woman with a Mexican man, right? Or white man or Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
I've had people say things about that.
But
that's a fucking melting pot.
In San Diego.
What do you think they're going to do?
Yeah.
It's a melting pot. This is what they grew up with.
I was in Arizona, And it was difficult finding black women. They're not out there like that.
So what do you do?
So you date what's there. So it was common to see a lot of black guys with Mexican women or Hispanic women, you know, because of the culture or because of the environment. So same thing with these athletes. Once they get into a situation where they leave the hood and now all of a sudden they're in Nebraska, they're going to be around a bunch of white women.
I want to see like a podcast where a guy explains why he chose the white woman. Because I have a theory, right? Why they would choose anybody at that rate. This woman probably helped them in some kind of way.
I've had
she probably know how to play that game where she know what they like.
I've seen different clips of conversations where guys were explaining that, and some of the dudes were saying, well, the black girls wasn't digging me, but then I go off to college and the white girls were. They're the ones who gave me play, so that's why I played. So now I'm successful and that's what I date, you know. But now the black women are looking at me like, oh, why are you choosing all these white women? Why you choosing? Well, it's like, look, before I got here, y'all wasn't fucking with me. The white girls were, or the Mexicans were. But now that I'm where I'm at, I'm still fucking with who was fucking with me. And y'all wasn't fucking with me back then. So I think that there's a space for that experience. I think most guys end up dating outside of their race because of the environment that they're in. They're getting exposed to other things, and that's what happens.
And that's all it is.
Now, granted, there's, I'm sure, an area where there are men who purposely seek to date these type of women. You know, they purposely stay away from black women, and those dudes are a different conversation. But I don't think most guys are doing that.
Is there anything wrong with that?
I mean, you have to talk to that person and do it on an individual basis. I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody saying, hey, I'm a human being. There are other human beings on the planet. Why can't I just interact with another human being? But I also understand that there are some people who say, you know what? I just don't like black women because the black women that I know do this. So I was raised with black women who do this. So I just see black women. Like if you got a visceral response to it, then I think that's something else that needs to be examined.
Yeah. I used to have a problem when they generalized, but I'm learning to not have problems with people generalizing because I already understand that they can only speak from their circumference of awareness. Mm-hmm. Like, so when somebody generalizes, even if they go out of their way to no, I mean every single black. I know you can't know that. Right. So okay, cool, fine. Mm-hmm. You know, that's your experience with them, and maybe that is your experience with every single black woman. Because if you've had a bad experience with every single woman of any ethnicity, you're probably the clown, homie.
Yeah.
If it's always them and not you,
clown.
If it's always them and not you, you're clowning in that moment. I'm gonna say you're a clown individual, per se, but you're clowning in that moment.
I mean, if you got clown shit, if the black girls think it's clown shit, and the white girls think it's clown shit, and the Hispanics think it's clown shit, the Filipinos think it's clown shit, dog, I just think it's safe to say it's clown shit.
Everybody ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody ain't lying.
I think it's safe to say it's you and you the clown.
Indubitably.
Watering down is by choice.
Now, what do you mean?
That?
What do you mean?
I think Deanna's saying, mixing of the races and, dating outside of your race eventually waters down the race.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I guess by default, maybe.
Here's what I don't understand with that logic. Because if the dominant gene on the planet is black and every other gene comes from black, then how could you water down something that comes from you?
Well,
if the dominant gene or the dominant cell or the dominant color is black on the planet and all other ethnicities come out of that, then wouldn't mingling with one just return them back to?
It's because that idea is capped.
What idea?
That the way people move about with the idea that the black gene is superior, the way people are using it is capped.
Okay.
It's kind of like that verse that a lot of people like to use to say we're gods right in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Psalms 82:6. Have I not said that you're gods? Right, but you should not like men. It's not literally saying the Most High. It's just saying the word God there is the Hebrew word Elohim. The Hebrew word Elohim means power, magistrates, princes, people in charge. Powers of that day is what it was referring to.
Okay.
That's why when you look at it, it's little g ODS. When they're talking about the Most High God, it's Lord, capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the Hebrew translation for it, is Yah, Yahweh, or Jehovah, however they put it, whichever dialect you use to pronounce it. Because God had a national name for the Hebrews, an actual name, and it wasn't God, it was Yah. So, now, the reason I'm saying that part is it's kind of capped because if a black person and a white person make a baby, that baby gonna be lighter. Right? Sometimes they come out caramel like J. Cole. Sometimes I've seen one come out your complexion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Still have overly curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
But if that person has a baby with another white person, now the baby's getting lighter. And that person has a baby with a white person, now the baby's getting lighter. So this goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
This goes both ways. So I have contention with that as well.
Okay.
I ain't saying I'm right. I'm just saying this is my take on it. If somebody got no better than me, come school me.
Yeah, hit us up. Just throwing that out there. Lexi, what's going on, Lexi? She says, we so ghetto here. Lexi says, speaking for me, of course, I am personally thankful my parents made me. Okay, Lexi. I'm thankful my parents made me too.
Speaking as a mixed woman.
Yeah. So Lexi's mixed.
She gets to tell us.
Okay. Lexi, if you don't mind, what's your makeup? And I hope I'm saying that right, which is so weird.
What is your ethnicity?
What's your ethnicity?
Or what are you mixed with, I guess?
Yeah.
And that's fair, because we did just talk like every single. Well, that's not what I was trying to say, but I feel like I can see why I came off that way. That every single mixed person has an identity issue. But what I'm saying is that I've seen it a lot of times. I'm not gonna back off what I said though. I said what I said. I don't mean it like that. Like I said what I said, because I don't talk like that. I said what I said, and I'm not gonna run from it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm willing to be corrected. But I can never speak for all of any group. I can never speak for every single person in any group.
Yeah.
I just know I've seen I don't want to say ignorant. I've seen some struggles that I wouldn't want to put a child through.
Like what?
With the identity thing. Not being white enough, not being black enough. But then again, let me. I ain't gonna say correct myself. I ain't gonna say correct. Let me go to the other side of that. To be fair,
okay.
Kids that are from parents with the same ethnicity have their own set of issues. Maybe you wouldn't call it an identity issue. I think we all go through identity crisis at some point.
And
I don't want to say crisis. Not everybody goes through a crisis. But we all have identity things to deal with. If we're going to be fair, maybe it ain't. Maybe it's not an identity thing, but it's some kind of struggle while finding out who you are.
And I think part of that is having a solid family dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the percentages, but how many mixed children are raised in the house with both parents?
When I was in Rockford,
you know what I'm saying?
There was a large part of the population, with single white mothers with mixed children.
Mixed children.
So damn black man. Something about when the black man leave the house, and they were, they dealt with all the same struggles that inner city anywhere dealt with. It may have been packaged different, but in concept, it's the same struggle.
Same struggle.
It's a
you don't know your dad's side, so you don't have that identity. The people that you with them, it may be a little bit different because you're with a white mother, and you know how the chances of you running into a situation where the family don't really condone her messing with black guys, let alone having babies by him, that could affect her relationship with her family. So now the kids are kind of double whammy, where they don't have the connection to their dad's side, the black side, thorough black side, and then the white side don't really want connection with them either.
Yeah, the main issue I saw in Rockford was same thing as everywhere else. It's I gotta change the oh no. It's a single mother. And I'm saying single mother as opposed to father because it's most of the single parents are mothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Single mother struggling to raise children in an environment where there's a perceived lack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there is opportunity then, but at that point she's developed so many bad habits, you know, or even if there are opportunities, I'm sure raising children on your own is tough.
This is interesting. Ametria, shout out Ametria. Thank you for tuning in, babe.
Ametria Brene.
Ametria.
Freaky food for thought, everybody.
Hey, she says nature versus nurture. If they are raised to choose an identity instead of being nurtured to be the best human being they possibly can be, then hell yeah, they'll be discombobulated. Yeah.
If they are raised to choose they should not have to choose. If you mix with black and white or black and Mexican or whatever it is, they should be able to be equally white and black.
Yeah.
They shouldn't. They commonly are forced to try to. I don't want to say forced, but I've seen it where it's like you expect them to cater their black side because if you're around black people.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. I get the mentality of it. I don't
when
agree
they're
with
around white people, they cater more to their white side.
I don't know that because I haven't been around them that much. Been around white people that much.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd imagine it's a similar thing, especially if you could pass. You know what I mean? But I don't even think white people are trying to make them cater to the white side. I think white people are white, and the way I'm gonna raise you is the way white people are raised because that's what I know how to do.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dion says, I'm not saying they can't love a mixed child. He says he's speaking for the many that have identity issues, and it doesn't mean a happy mixed kid doesn't have an identity issue. That's true too.
It doesn't mean that a happy mixed kid does have an identity issue.
That's true too.
It doesn't mean that an unhappy mixed kid has an identity issue. Any one of those dynamics can have any sort of problem, any assortment of problems.
Yeah, shout out LSR. She says it's a struggle depending on who they are with at the time. Well, that's true too. That's true too. I think that's just a set of pros and cons that come with it. Hopefully they have a strong family, like Lexi said. She was raised with both her parents, so it sounds like maybe she was raised in a strong 2-parent household.
Yeah, I don't know.
And maybe she got the best of both worlds. Maybe she got a chance to go hang out with her father's side, and then she got a chance to hang out with her mom's side, and it was all love.
I don't know if she was raised in
worlds.
I don't know if she was raised in a 2-parent home or not, but it's I don't know her business like that. But either way,
I mean, I'm just basing off her comment.
Either way, she seemed to have come off balanced.
Yeah, I'm just going off her comment.
More balanced than we would have gave her credit for otherwise. What did her comment exactly say?
Well, she did say that her parents made her, so I guess maybe I took that to believe maybe they were.
I mean, it could mean that.
Yeah.
But shout out to her and her parents anyway. I'm trying to look for the comment. Let me chill. Anyway, it's almost that time, y'all. We gotta get out of here on time today.
Do we? Yeah, we do.
We gotta get out of here on time today.
They need foundation to face the cruel world. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the world is fucked up. Oh, the world is so fucked up.
Yeah, they need a strong foundation to deal with the world.
Yeah.
But it's let's not behave like, I don't want to act like because you mixed that you can't have that foundation.
Right. Or that.
And I'm not saying that's what LSO was saying. I'm not saying that at all. But I just wanted to make that clear because I know mixed people came off great.
Mm-hmm.
Lexi's one of them. Lexi's out doing her thing. You know what I mean? I've talked to her a couple of times and I got lots of jewels both times. I get jewels from her posts, a little quick 46 character post she likes to put up, gems all day.
Good night, LSL. Love you, baby. Thanks for tuning in, sweetie.
Oh, now y'all want to come. Now we got 9. Now y'all want to come. Now we got to go.
It is definitely another.
Our stuff do usually get popping around this time, right? Around this time.
We got to get it popping earlier.
We
appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. Keep them coming. Once again, we want to shout out our SBOs. Shout out to Bottoms Up Mobile Mixology LLC. And shout out to Road Design Services for hooking us up with the accoutrement. You know, love you, Ro.
Y'all, he pronouncing that word wrong, by the way.
I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I'm
He's
pronouncing
trying
it
to
the
be
way I
French
want.
for no reason.
Accoutrement.
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 This guy. Don't have me put up the Google voice.
Accoutrement. So y'all check it out, man. Love to our SBOs, man. Shout out to the 312
312 Music Awards.
312 Music Awards,
Yeah,
man.
they nominated. We got nominated, baby.
Chicago Cultural Arts Organization. We definitely want to thank you guys for the nomination. Thank you for tuning in and supporting. We appreciate you guys, man. Keep it coming.
Shop Talk 7. We'll be back Tuesday with Candace Nicole.
I'm
gonna replay this.
Tuesday,
Candace
man.
Nicole, you said you was gonna be here.
Y'all don't want to miss this. Y'all don't want to miss.
We had a couple of hiccups the first 2 times, but
yeah,
we expect to have her in the building on Tuesday.
we are definitely looking forward to having Candace Nicole in the house. So
you feel me? Playing that music,
man.
She gotta explain some of these lyrics,
man. Check out her album. That was then. This is now. Check that shit out. She got
to explain some of these lyrics. Man. I got questions.
She got bars.
Candace Nicole.
She got bars.
For sure.
We're gonna jump into it. So y'all make sure y'all tune in Tuesday night, okay? 7 o'clock.
Love y'all, man. Shop Talk 7.
Shop Talk 7, baby.